Hi knitters, how are you? This is episode 42 of the Knitty McPurly podcast. Thank you so much for joining me. I have a lot of things I want to tell you about, and I'm so glad you're here. I have a ton of new subscribers, so welcome all of you who are new. Very happy to interact with you all. You guys left me amazing comments last time. I got emails. It's just been wonderful. The past couple weeks, maybe 2 months, have been kind of a whirlwind in just the best way. So thank you so much for all of you who've been watching and who've been on my website. It just means so much to me. So thank you. I hope many of you are enjoying some sweater weather. Not so much here. We're not really getting it. It's been hot and humid and kind of yucky. Like not even like, I don't even want to push kids on the swings right now because it's just, ugh. So anyway, not so much wool, but I have been sporting my stitch marker necklaces quite often. And I have a lot of new things in the shop. So I'm gonna start there. I wanna tell you about those things. My original stitch marker necklace was the same as this one. Let me take it off so you can see it better. So this is now in silver. I was originally only stocking this one in antique brass, if I can get it to stop moving. And so now I have it in silver, and this has some cool geometric stitch markers in it. Let me show you. This has 3 triangle stitch markers. You'll have to pardon my nail polish. First of all, I don't really like this color. I think I'm more of a pink person, so I'm gonna go back to pink. This is like a blood red, and that's just not good for me. You know, when you're pale, you just don't always look good in these kind of colors. This color, it also has a little too much orange in it. I'm much more of a pink person. Anyway, it's chipping anyway. So I have the, let's see, how's that? Let me put it in front of my dress, maybe? I don't know. So you can see it's a cute little silver triangle. And this stitch marker fits a needle up to size, US size 6. I need to memorize the corresponding millimeters, but I believe a 6 is 3.75 or 3.5 millimeters maybe. I don't know. If you care, then you probably know already. And you're going, geez, Devin, get it right. Don't you like design knitted things? Yes, and I have a bookmark on my computer of all of the corresponding US sizes to the millimeters. So anyway, I now have this one in silver, and I went through and I named all of my necklaces. So this is the Charlotte necklace. Some of them I named after my children. I picked Charlotte for this one because that is my littlest one, and this necklace is little. And then this one, which is bigger, but is similar in style. It's the same filigree style. This one is called Alexis because that is my oldest daughter's name. I did not name any of them Gigi because she already got a sweater. If you've been following me for any length of time, you know that Gigi is my middle daughter. And I named the Gigi cardigan after her. And the reason I did that is because I originally knit it as a children's sweater, and I knit it for her birthday. So it was for her, so it was Gigi. And then the adult Gigi, actually that one I called Little Gigi, and then the adult Gigi cardigan is just called Gigi. So this one I actually like the most with this black top. It's a really good size. This is 1 inch in diameter, so you can see like a comparison of the sizes. This is 1 inch. Is that true? 1 inch? No, it's less than that, I think. I don't know. I have it actually written on the site. So, but you can see this one is significantly dingly and it's significantly bigger than this smaller one. And I also have both of those in the antique bronze. And so that's this one. There it is, the filigree, the Alexis in the filigree, and that's the same as this one. Clearly, but one is silver and one is gold. One is silver and the other's gold. Do you guys remember that song? Okay. My children know that I sing things randomly all the time. all the time. And most regular people don't know that about me. And I don't like have a good singing voice at all. So it becomes even more funny. I'm also a terrible dancer in Knitty McPurly trivia. I'm a terrible dancer and I dance all the time. Okay, so this, the one I just showed you by accident, this one I only have in the antique brass. And this one is called Stella, which is not the name of one of my children, but I've run out of girl names. So I just thought that was really cool for this one. This one doesn't have stitch markers in it right now, so I can show you the inside. Opens up like that. And this fits a lot, actually. I forget what I have coming in this, but you can check on the website if you're interested. And this, I think, is about the same size, yeah, as that one. They're about the same. So if you like a larger necklace, these are definitely good options. If you prefer a smaller one, this one has been the most popular. Okay, it's this teardrop shape. There we go. So that one has been super popular. I had this one in silver. It sold out in 10 minutes. I was shocked. So I have this in the antique brass right now, and I have restocked it in silver, and I also got it in copper. So that is going to have, the copper one will have a copper chain and copper stitch markers inside. So keep an eye out for that. I have restocked it, but it hasn't come in yet. So I've ordered it, but it hasn't come in yet. Anyway, so I have these new stitch marker necklaces on my website. Like I said, I mean, I put them on Instagram and they were crazy popular. I was really kind of happily surprised. I love them. They're just my favorite thing ever right now. So you can look over there if you want. Again, the code podcast15 is still good. You can always use that. If you would like a better code, you can sign up to get my newsletter on my website. I think it's at the bottom of the homepage, I'm pretty sure. So I'm trying not to beleaguer newsletter subscribers with too many messages. I would love it if I could have a newsletter send out right when you sign up. I don't know how to do that, but I do plan on having them out whenever I have a big shop update. So I have some things in the shop right now that are new, but I'll be sending out a newsletter in a few days. So if you want to sign up for that, you can get a really good code. Okay, and I'll include that code every time. So, whatever, just go sign up. Okay, so some other things that I have in my shop that are new are some new earrings. These are the Delta earrings. I have better pictures of them on the site, but these are basically just the gold wires with the gold triangles. These, I tried out some new gold-plated wires that were cheaper, and I just wore them for a few days, and I was like, no, they're just, like, I really stand by everything, but especially the wires. Like, I never want to buy earrings that don't have good wires, that I can't wear every day. If I can't wear them every day, I don't want them. So these ones are the really high quality gold wires, and you can wear them every day. So, and the same with the silver. The silver wires are the same, only in silver. So I have these gold triangles called the Delta earrings, and I also have those in silver. And these are very small. They have a very low profile. They only hang down, I think, about 1/4 of an inch past your earlobe. And the ones that I am wearing, see, can you see those? These are the rhombus earrings. I'm going to show those up a little bit closer here. So these are diamonds or rhombuses, depending on your perspective. See what we want to see, right? So these are all online. The earrings are $7 each, which I think is a good price. I like for things to be affordable. I think that they're a fun way to add to your me-made wardrobe. If you have a me-made wardrobe, if you not so much, or if you're just a knitter, they're just fun things. So I feel like the stuff in my shop is the stuff that I love, and it's at a price that I would like to pay. So I hope you feel that way too. So far, it's been going really well. I start my day at 5 in the morning, which is about an hour and 45 minutes before my kids get up. So I get up and I fill orders, and I make my to-do list of what's on the the table for the shop that day, and it's just so much fun. Like, I am loving having my own little internet store. Someday I hope for it to be a brick and mortar store, but I don't know. It'd be amazing. Okay, the last new thing that well, it's not exactly the last new thing, but another new thing that I'm super excited about are these scissors. Let's see. Aren't those awesome? So these are from Kelmscott Designs, which is a really amazing scissor maker. You can get these lots of places. They sell only wholesale from their site, so you can buy these, not this particular style. I chose these ones. It's so funny because as I was looking through, these were my favorite, and I've never seen them before anywhere else. They have their many styles. They have a pair, it's called the Susan scissors. They named after Susan B. Anderson. They have the Ho-He scissors that they named after Ho-He. These are the Devon scissors. I wish I could say that they were named after me, but they were not. They are named presumably after the county of Devon in England, which is Devon. But it's so funny because they were my favorites and they just happen to have my name. So these are the ones that you can find in my shop, and these are $12. So I have a lot of kits coming up in the next few months, and I'm going to have scissors as an optional add-on to those kits too, or you can buy them by themselves. So there's those. As you'll recall, I have my stitch marker tins. I think this is a really good size. It's a little bit bigger than the one I have from Barrett Wool, which is also a good size. That one's it's shorter and a little bit, it might be the same in diameter, but it's shorter. I like this because I can put extra stuff in there. Like if I want to put in progress keepers or something, I can put that in there. It's just a really good size, I think. I still have the hexagon stitch markers. Those are restocked. They had gone out of stock for a while, which was amazing. I'm so happy that everyone loves them. So they look like this. Let's see. These are gold. Let's see if I can. Many of you have bought these, but just in case you haven't seen them. This is the large size. It's easiest to show these because they're bigger, but they do come in 2 smaller sizes. This fits up to an 11, I think. And then the smaller sizes, the medium size fits up to an 8, and the small size fits up to a 6. Is that right? I can't remember. It's on the site anyway. But I have some new geometric shapes that you've seen already. So this is the triangle, same one that I put on the earrings as a stitch marker. Again, the triangle holds up to, same one I just showed, in silver and gold, can go up to a size 6 needle. The square in gold, and I'm sorry, I hate when people show things and they don't hold it for long enough so you can't see. And the square in silver, and I think these fit up to an 8, I'm pretty sure. And the rhombus, same as on the earrings. So if you look at it like this, it's a diamond. If you look at it like that, it's a rhombus. And that fits, I can't remember, it's on the site. But, I don't know. I think that's everything that I wanted to show. Gigi is very excited because our next segment is called On the Needles. I actually have a giveaway, but I will wait because I want Gigi to come show her bunny. Okay, come this way, Gigi, because I don't have any wires this way. All right, let me make some space for her.
I finished the bunny.
Look! Oh, and he's perkier than Bun Bun. I feel like we could give his neck one more round of there you go, one more round of whip stitch.
Yeah.
And he would sit up even better. But go ahead and show him. It's okay, you can just sit right there. There we go. Okay, go ahead and look at his ears and his puffy pom-pom tail. It's so
I accidentally laddered on the back.
That's okay.
And kind of over there. So his beads are kind of falling out.
Yeah, that's just fine. No problem. We can just stick them back in. See, you should think of these ladders as just opportunities to put the beads back in.
And for the beads to fall out.
That's okay, yeah.
Yeah.
But these feet show us the feet. Yeah, and those are filled with what?
Poly pellets.
Poly pellets. That is awesome. So tell us about your bunny, because I think Where were we last time when we showed him?
What do you mean?
He had a face.
Yeah,
Was his head on? I don't think his head was on.
No, he had a body, a head. He had no face.
And one ear, right?
Yeah, he had one. Actually, no, the ears were in 2 separate parts.
That's all right. I'm okay with that. We're in the middle of filming our podcast, Char. How about in a few minutes?
Yeah, sure. Like, can you just go watch your movie, please?
We're just going to edit this out.
Okay.
Okay, so you're telling us about Bun Bun. Go ahead.
Yeah. His name's not Bun Bun.
Oh,
Mom.
right, not Bun Bun. Did we name the bunny? What's his name?
Bun Bun and Hoppy.
Bun Bun and Hoppy.
This is his mom.
Now, do you like the head a little floppy, or are you going to give it another?
He matches Bun Bun. Bun Bun's floppy all over.
And if it's Bun Bun's mother, they should have things in common,
Yeah.
right?
And
Awesome.
I didn't understand how the tape measure worked, which I don't know how that happened, but I ended up making the ears an inch too short.
Okay.
But then I wanted everything to match, so I made the arms an inch too short and the legs an inch too short.
But
so now
he's
he matches.
perfect. He's absolutely perfect. I think he's very proportionate.
And I feel like if his legs and arms would have been bigger, he would have been just
wrong. Right? Yeah. So, do you feel done with him? Or do you feel like he needs a sweater?
Who would not need a sweater? I mean, you're knitting me a sweater.
I am. In fact, I'm going to talk about that in a minute. But yeah, I feel like maybe we should knit Bun Bun a sweater.
If you have any extra yarn, we could try making a matching one.
A matching one? That's genius.
If you had any extra.
That's such a good idea.
Let's
do that. Do you want to knit it, or do you want me to knit it?
So what do you have to do to knit it? Is it like the one? Is it the knitter?
Let's think more about this, because we could knit a special one for him that like has a hole for his tail and for his ears.
He could have a hood with ear holes.
Yeah, a hood with ear holes and a tail hole.
Yeah.
I love it. You did such a good job. So what's next for you, Gigi? What are you going to make next? Are you going to make the sweater?
Sweater and socks. And mittens.
Mittens would be so easy because he doesn't have any fingers.
Yeah.
It's just like a cover.
Yeah.
Oh,
It'd be
yeah.
pretty easy.
That's awesome. Let's do that for sure. Okay. Thanks, Gigi. Anything else you want to share? Yeah, go get
together.
Bun Bun.
Okay.
I'll talk while you're gone.
Okay.
So I have hit 1,000 subscribers on YouTube. Thank you so much for subscribing. I really appreciate that. So I'd like to have a giveaway. I want to give away a necklace of your choosing, a pair of earrings of your choosing, and a stitch marker set of your choosing. So I have many different necklaces and earrings. I have 2 different stitch marker kits, but let me just say one thing about that. You can mix and match. Like if you order a hexagon set and you say, I want this many hexagons, this many triangles, and this many rhombuses, I'll do that for you. I have plenty of those things, so I can just mix it however you want. But whatever you want in here, and I'll probably throw in a few extra because I like to do that. Yeah, so that's what the giveaway is. To enter the giveaway, please leave a comment below. I am going to choose a winner this Sunday, September 15th at 8 p.m. And I'm making it specific because then you'll know how long you have to leave your comment. And that's 8 p.m. Eastern time. I think we're in daylight savings time right now, but it's Eastern time. Okay, Gigi. Bun Bun. Oh, man. All right. So we've got Hoppy and Bun Bun. Oh, Bun Bun. Oh.
He's a little bit more stable.
Yeah. Well, let me tell you the difference. Okay, this is a Knit Picks. I want to say it's a bulky, but it's not truly a bulky.
Now show the pom-poms. Again, he's a little bit fluffier, but...
So this is one of the Knit Picks bulky that's not actually bulky. It's really more like worsted. And this is Debbie Bliss Baby Cashmerino.
The thing is when you hold him
hold him toward the middle.
like
there
this,
you go.
like right here, he just does this. But with this bunny,
like
he's a little sturdier.
Yeah.
So he'll...
And this is just a much better yarn for toys. So something that is a complete wool, or this might even be a wool acrylic blend. I'm not exactly sure. I'm pretty sure this one's 100% wool. But Debbie Bliss...
Did you tell them about the unicorn?
I'm not there yet, not yet. Okay, I'll be sure to mention that. Okay, so Bun Bun is Debbie Bliss Baby Cashmerino, which is a wonderful yarn, but it's just not good for toys. It doesn't have that structure that this yarn has. So live and learn.
Yep.
Awesome.
And I feel like the good part about knitting it yourself is you can look at him and say, I made this.
I totally agree with you, Gigi. That is just so awesome. You should be so proud of yourself.
I think they both need sweaters. At one point, at one point they both, Bun Bun did have a sweater at one point.
He did. What happened to that? I did make him a sweater.
I know what happened.
If you look on my Ravelry page, I'm Knitty McPurly on Ravelry, and you can see Bun Bun when he was new, and he had a sweater.
He did. I remember something happened to it.
It was made...
And we had to throw it away because I remember something happened to it.
Out of a mochi, one of the mochi yarns that's like, it goes from one color to the next.
Yeah.
It was a
rainbow.
top-down raglan. You just have to be patient, Char. I'll have Gigi come back and
satisfy you.
Satisfy you in a minute. No, you just wait, okay? Hold on. So, yes, he did have a sweater.
He did, but I remember something happened to it, like...
Did it go through the wash? Because this was not a yarn that could be washed. Charlotte's clicking my
Mom
row
had to
counter.
throw it away. And Charlotte...
If you would like Gigi to bring you something in the back room, then stop clicking, please.
Yeah, I'll bring you something.
Thank you.
Anyway.
Thank you, ma'am. Okay. Anything else you want to say about that?
Yes. You moved the tripod and you picked him up by his ears and moved him. Mom picked him up by his ears and moved him. She couldn't even pick him up like...
How did you feel about that, Hoppy? How did that make you feel? Oh, it was just fine. I love being picked up by my ears.
No, I hate it. Mommy's a jerk. Or should I say Grandma's a jerk?
All right, off you go. Go get your sister some. Those kids, I tell you what. Man. Okay, I talked about the giveaway. Leave a comment below. Like all the YouTube people do this. Leave a comment below. We did On the Needles with Gigi. You can see Gigi's finished object, which we just went over. Want to show you, I actually have 2 finished objects. The first one is the Williamsburg cowl. I want to get you a good close-up of this. So this is Cables and Baubles. This is not difficult to knit, but let me say that I remember being a beginner, and I remember things that were just, more at an intermediate level that I would try as a beginner, and I would get frustrated. So I would say, because this is fingering weight yarn, and it has baubles, and it has, let's see, I'm just going to stretch that and hope for the best. It has a gartery cable that has garter in the middle. I would say that it's more of an intermediate. So I talked about this last time about how it is smaller at the top than at the bottom. Gigi and I yesterday went to the Manassas battlefield, which is close to my house, not very far. And Gigi was my photographer because my husband normally takes my pictures, but it's hard to pin him down. It's hard for the two of us to be free at the same time because he works during the day. He actually has 2 jobs. He works all day, and then he comes home, and he usually works on that other job a few hours. And we have all these kids in activities all evening, and then it's really hard for us to find time. So I'm like, Gigi's home, and frankly, she takes most of my Instagram pictures, and she does a great job. So I was like, Gigi, do you think you could take some pictures for me at the Manassas battlefield? And I'll put some up on the screen here. They just turned out amazing. This is called the Williamsburg cowl. I talked about this last time. Kim of Kim Dyes Yarn is dyeing all of these Virginia colorways, and this one is called Williamsburg. Williamsburg is 2.5 or 3 hours, maybe less, maybe 2.5 hours from my house. I've actually never been there. I'm not a native of Virginia. My family is from Ohio. But I've lived here since 2000, so I've been here a long time. But I've never been to Williamsburg. We've been to Charlottesville a bunch of times. Anyway, Manassas is close, and they have cannons and houses that are still standing from maybe not 200 years ago, but almost 200 years ago. So we went there and got some amazing shots. The sky was amazing. Like, I'm just so blown away with how well these pictures turned out. So this cowl is going to be published toward the end of September. If you're coming to the Shenandoah Fiber Festival in Berryville, Virginia at the end of the month, go find Kim. She will have this sample as well as printed copies of the pattern. If she's going to be selling them for exactly the same price that I sell them, so you can get them from her, you can get them from me, whatever you want. If you're at the festival, you may as well get one while you're there. But I will have them as printed copies and PDF at my shop. The only difference in price is that you'll have to pay for the PDF to be shipped, but I'm going to have kits. So if you want, I'll have this exact yarn in my shop toward the end of the month. And I talked about this last time. It's so amazing because the speckles are very subtle. I'm just going to kind of move it around, see if you can see. I'm going to show you this. Like you'll be knitting. It's all kind of this gray blue, and then you'll have one stitch that's red or one stitch that's green. It's just brilliant. Kim is a brilliant dyer. So this exact yarn will be available in a kit form. I have new bags that are coming. I'm so excited about, I have a lot of things in the works. There's a lot of things coming. So I'm really excited about that. And yeah, sign up for my newsletter. I'll have that out on newsletter. Follow me on Instagram. That's where I post things usually first. Like I say, I don't want to beleaguer newsletter people, so I don't always send so many. I don't want to send too many. So anyway, okay. And this, the thing we've all been waiting for, or the thing I've been waiting for anyway, thinking about doing a pom-pom on the point of the sweater. I might, I don't know. But this, I was originally going to call this the Noah sweater, but I think I'm going to change it. I think I'm going to call this the friendship sweater because it just feels so friendly to me. You can see through to the backside on the color work there. But this is a top-down raglan children's hooded sweater, which is done now. Let's see, the pockets. I feel like I had the pockets done last time, but it wasn't blocked or they weren't sewn in. Our rainbow, all the way down to purple inside the pocket. So now I have a question for you. And if you leave a comment about this, I'll know you watched this far. So I'm torn between two button choices. My original desire was to have a very traditional button. I'm not a kid button person, you know, like the shaped buttons with the bright colors. You can do that if you want. This is the sweater to do it because it's super bright and colorful and friendshipy. So this is my first button choice, which is kind of this button I ordered from Zelda's Buttons on Etsy. And it's from the 1930s. It's a vintage button. I have 6 of them because I have 6 buttonholes. It's a vintage, just kind of plain brown button, but it's just plastic, but I love it. I love vintage things, don't you? I just think they're awesome. So you can see how that looks on there. I think it looks great. I love that actually. And had I not been at the yarn store for knit night last week, I would have just put these on and not given it another thought. But when I was there, I looked at the buttons and they had these clear ones. Isn't that cool? This is just like a plastic acrylic button, but it's kind of also awesome. So I don't know. Where's the camera? Okay. So that's kind of also awesome. So please take your vote. Clear button, brown button. What do you think? Let me know. I can't decide. I don't know if I will honor the vote. I guess I just, you know, tell me your opinion. I feel like they're both amazing. Oh, you know what I should do? I should do one for Gigi sweater and one for Charlotte sweater. Because this sweater is the 4T size, and this is for Charlotte. Duh. so glad I had you guys to talk to because I never would have figured that out. So this is Charlotte's sweater, and Gigi's sweater is going to be in the size 10 because she is 9, just about to be 10. So maybe I'll let her pick. You can still weigh in on the buttons if you want to. Okay, and what do you think? Pom-pom on the hood point? I feel like it needs one. Okay, rainbow pom-pom for sure. Okay, so that's my second FO. And I have a work in progress. So this is how far I am on the unicorn. No, I don't want to show this one. I want to show this one first. This one is the wrong one. So I was working on this unicorn, and you can see I love the eyes, have kind of like eyelashes. Isn't that pretty? So I made this one because I wanted it to be a larger kind of huggable toy. But when I made it, I was like, the bottom is too big, the top is too small, and it just doesn't look the way that I want it to look. So I started with an arm, and I am doing the style of toy knitting where you pick up the stitches and just knit out from the animal and then finish it right on the animal. The bunnies were from Susan B. Anderson's Itty Bitty Toys book. And in that book, she has you knitting the limbs separately and then whip stitching them on, which is great too. I really like both methods of construction. This just saves you the step of having to whip stitch them on. So this was my first effort, and this is where I marked for the second arm to go on. And Gigi has claimed this one. Her birthday's coming up, and she was like, I want this one. So she gets this one. But this is what I ultimately decided on. So the bottom is small. I just feel like it's better proportioned. The bottom is smaller, the top is bigger, and it's just a better proportion for the head because I actually didn't change the head at all. The head is still the same. This one just has a little bit more stuffing in it. So yeah, just kind of, when you make toys, it's good to kind of shape them. You know, you can shape them as you're stuffing them, but also when they come out. So this is what I have so far. The arm is going to be pretty much the same as this. And you can see the arm proportionally is too small on here. But on here, I think it's going to look much more proportionate. So I'm working on this right now. And this pattern was named by Gigi. She named it Happy Glitter Pants. Which I just think is awesome. It's funny because the girls were talking about Happy Glitter Pants, and I was like, that's a great pattern name. And I was imagining like some Stellina yarn on a sock pattern, but what's better than a unicorn as Happy Glitter Pants? So the Friendship Sweater and Happy Glitter Pants, the unicorn, who will have a matching Friendship Sweater, are going to be out November 1st. That's my shooting for it date. I have a very small group of testers for this pattern, and they are ready to hit the ground running when the pattern is ready, which is great because this is kind of a quick turnaround, but yeah, that's going to be awesome. Real excited about that. I also wanted to show you, this is not an On the Needles thing, but I wanted to show you this. Noble Character Crafts is the name of the company run by Amy Jensen. Amy was the model for my brass tack sweater. I feel like I showed you her picture last time, but I'll put it up here again because she just took the most amazing photographs of her wearing her brass tack sweater, and it turned out so beautiful. I think I actually put it in the pattern. It was that good. The thing about Amy is that everything she does is amazing. So she sent me this amazing bag with this yarn in it, and oh my gosh, it's just so fabulous. So I just want to show it to you because it's so beautiful. So when you get yarn from her, presumably she has these little progress keepers attached, and it's a little seahorse in my favorite, kind of that antique brass. And this is a beautiful peachy pink. This is in her Lenora base, which is a worsted weight superwash merino. And the colorway is called Humble. So beautiful. I just love it. This one also has a progress keeper that's a little shell. And this has the most amazing speckles. It reminds me of Hedgehog Fibers has a color called Teacup. And that's what this reminds me of. This is, the base is called Radiant, which is a fingering weight 70% superwash merino, 30% silk, which is very similar to this yarn. Kim calls it her flan fingering. All of hers are named after like desserts or baked goods. And this is also a 30% silk, 70% merino. So Amy's the colorway is called Integrity. Isn't that just, oh, I love it so much. It's so pretty. And then she sent me this bunch of minis. I don't know how much to tell you about this, but she is my collaborating dyer for my next sock kit. So these were the ones for me to pick, and I picked, hold on, that one's coming undone. Let me show you this end. I picked these two. So we have a deep, deep red. It looks a little pink in this light, but it's really not at all. It's a deep red and this amazing tan for cuffs, heels, and toes. So this is, the base is called Pitter Patter. I guess that's to imply that it's mainly a sock base. And it's a 75-25 merino nylon. Life-giving. Okay. So anyway, amazing. Like everything she does is just amazing. So I wanted to show you that. So, and those kits are going to be coming in October, probably end of October. So yeah, I mean, there's just so much fun stuff coming up. Another thing I have coming, and I don't have one to show you right now because I'm still working on it, but I'm going to call it the Scrunchie Project. If you have a teenage girl in your life, then you know scrunchies have made a comeback. Scrunchies are back. Remember the 90s when we all had scrunchies on our arm and scrunchies in our hair? They're back. So my daughter wanted me to make her some scrunchies. And I was like, I just started kind of brainstorming about it. Okay, so I was brainstorming about scrunchies. And at the same time, okay, I bet it does. It's a lot of treats. At the same time, I also learned about this pregnancy center, crisis pregnancy center, close to me, that provides women in crisis pregnancy with housing, education and job skills, medical treatment, food. And I was like, this is my new favorite cause. It's local to me, and I just love supporting organizations like this because it's the whole package. You know, someone in a crisis pregnancy needs help, especially someone who doesn't have housing or a job. That's what they need. And so for the Scrunchie Project, $2 of every scrunchie is going to go straight to this local crisis pregnancy center. So keep an eye out for that. I will be publicizing that when it comes out. These scrunchies are amazing because they are 100% dupioni. I'm not sure if that's how you say it, but it's that raw silk that has the slubbiness. It's just gorgeous. And I have them in a few of my favorite colors, so I'm sure you can kind of guess what those are. And those are going to be out pretty soon, probably within the next week or so. I'll have the Scrunchie Project up and going. So yeah, I'm hoping that my daughter can sell some through her school too, because it's full of teenage girls who need scrunchies and who would love to support a crisis pregnancy center. So yeah, also for non-knitters too, so. Okay, it is time for Knitting Fantasies. If you're new to the podcast, Knitting Fantasies is a segment where we talk about things we wish we could knit, because there are so many amazing designers out there making amazing things, and we wish we could knit everything, but we can't. So today, I have a first on the Knitting Fantasies podcast, on the Knitting Fantasies segment. And that is that both of my picks are crochet patterns. First ever. I'm not a huge fan of crochet. I do crochet badly. I actually learned how to crochet first, and I made many, many scarves, many, many rectangular objects, but I never made any sweaters. I guess I never saw one that I liked. But there are two out right now that are amazing. And the first one is a crochet along that you had to sign up for previously. So we're pretty much out of luck right now. The pattern is going to be released as an individual pattern I feel like it was October 9th, beginning of October, but it's the French press crochet along. And I'll put up a picture of that sweater here. This is by Toni Lipsy, a beautiful, I presume that she's the model. I guess I don't know for sure. The model's beautiful. I don't know if that's her, but this is a gorgeous sweater. It's the kind of sweater everyone would wear. It's just beautiful, classic, cardigan, worn open, 3/4 sleeves. It's gorgeous. It's totally stunning. Several of the ladies at my knit night are doing this crochet along, so I can't wait to see what they do. One woman is knitting hers in yellow. It's like a yellow like this. And hi, Janet. It's going to be amazing. So that sweater is just gorgeous. Now, while that sweater is beautiful, I don't know that I would learn to crochet a sweater for it. But this next one makes me want to learn to crochet, as if I could fit one more thing into my life. I can't, but I wish I could because it's so amazing. It's the Taroko sweater by Nomad Stitches, and the person behind that is Sarah Gutierrez. This sweater is amazing, absolutely amazing. It's similar to the Soldotna crop. It's a short sleeve colorwork sweater, but this also has some open work. Through places you'd be okay having open work, like it's up here, and then it's below the bust, and then it's at the waist. It's just, oh my gosh, it's the most beautiful thing ever. I love it so much. So yeah, that I think you can just go and get right now. So do that. If you crochet and you're interested in crocheting sweaters, or at least to go check it out. I just spilled my stitch markers. Hold on while I awkwardly pick those up. Okay. All right. So that's it for Knitting Fantasies. I only have 2 picks for this time. It makes it a little bit more manageable as podcasting goes. Sewing. I was going to talk about the scrunchie project here. So sewing, I've been working on scrunchies. I just bought a turning tool. I have been reading for years on patterns about a turning tool, and I just didn't really know what it was. So I went on Amazon and I'm looking at these things, and it's like there's 3 sizes. It's like a straw and a stick, okay? So there's a big straw, big stick, medium straw, medium stick, small straw, small stick for different size tubes. And when I watch the video of how it works, it's just so obvious. You just stick one through and then stick the other one through, and it turns your tube inside out, which is much faster than trying to, small piece it through. That takes forever. So, and scrunchies aren't the worst. It's not as bad as like a waist tie that's real thin, it's like 1/2 inch thick and you're trying to turn that thing inside out. It's terrible. So anyway, that's coming today. I can't wait. And if you remind me, I will show it on my next podcast because it's just the coolest thing ever. It's just a really great thing. So all of my sewing lately has been work sewing. I'm planning for some new bags that are more along the lines of this type of bag that's, not a high budget item, but still super useful to include in some kits. This is Amy's. I always want to call her Jen. It's because her last name is Jensen. This is Amy's, but I have an idea for one that's the same size as this for my shop. No, Charlotte, your stomach already hurts. It's too many. Okay, why don't you go get a cheese stick? A cheese stick would be an amazing choice for your belly right now.
My belly does not even hurt.
Okay. All right. Gigi, hey Gigi, go ask Gigi. She'll help you out. So anyway.
For more treats. No
more treats. The same size as this, but different. So she stomped off. Oh gosh. But different. So anyway, I have plans for that I'm sewing. Yeah, and I have sock kits coming with more of the zip style bags that I showed last time. The fabric is amazing. I kind of want to show you right now, but I'm gonna wait. It's coming. So I'm excited. And I have even non-knitters that buy these bags because they just like them. So that's why I put those in the non-knitter section also of my website. It's on the knitting section and the non-knitting section. So anyway, yeah. So that's all I have for sewing. I've been thinking, I showed you that new fabric that I bought last time, and I've been thinking about what to make with it, but when you have amazing fabric that you absolutely love, you have to sit and look at it for a few months before you know what to make. It's like Michelangelo looking at the marble, I need it to say that it's David on the inside, just to get chipped away. I need the fabric to tell me what it is before I'm ready to make something. So, okay, that brings us to So Here's What Happened. Gosh, my podcasts just keep getting longer. I just keep chattering away. So for this So Here's What Happened, I want to tell you Gigi's story. She can't hear me right now. She's got her headphones on. But Gigi has been knitting for a while, on and off, usually not steadily, but in spurts where she would, knit a lot and then she wouldn't knit for a while, and then she'd knit a lot and then she wouldn't knit for a while. My oldest daughter, Alexis, she knits too, but it's just not her thing. She can knit. She's actually very good at it, but she's just not interested right now. And I think maybe she'll find it again someday, but if she doesn't, whatever. But for Gigi, she has really found her love of it and the drive to do it because of the social aspect of knitting. She came to knit night with me last week, and everyone just marveled at her at 9 years old, just sitting there, chatting, not really looking at her knitting with her double-pointed needles, and that and the podcast. And she was so motivated to finish her bunny because she wanted to show you guys. Like, it just goes to show what the social aspect of knitting is for all of us. And it's just such a beautiful thing. And I've been thinking a lot about this, and I don't want to say too much about it now because I've got some things in the works, but I want us all to come together. I think probably you want that too. And I hope we can. Going forward, I hope as a knitting community, we can come together and we can focus on what brings us together and not what divides us. So let Gigi be your example of why we need the knitting community to be a loving place and a friendly place. And I feel like you guys are a part of that, and I'm a part of that, I hope. I want to be a part of that. So, yeah. Anyway, that's that. So thank you so much for joining me. This has been so much fun. Thank you to new subscribers. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe, because every 1,000 subscribers, I'll do a giveaway. So leave a comment below. Remember that the date for that is Sunday, September 19th at 8 o'clock Virginia time. So thank you so much. In the meantime, enjoy your knitting. Bye, knitters. Thing testing. Let's try that. Better. I'm in the light. All right, let's try it this time.
Charlotte, go away.
I will call you.
Wait,
Okay?
you're gonna edit this out?
Maybe. I don't know.
What?
Okay, bye. Yes. What can I do for you, sweetheart? I feel like that's enough for you. But you know what? You might want to get a drink of water. Don't push on that because it will fall over. Go get a drink of water and don't interrupt, okay? Because we're podcasting.